Medallion.
I don't know what they're calling it actually. I haven't. I've been calling it Medallion because that's what Angel sent me.
Okay,
And
we'll
I
talk
don't know if
about
that's right.
the Medallion then.
Okay,
Okay.
just one second. Okay, I think we are live. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for jumping on. If you're jumping on live with us, say hello. I have two very special guests for you. I have Tony and Dr. Josh out of the Netherlands. It's 12 a.m. there. So they were so kind to jump on with us. They had an extremely busy day, and I was like, "Are you sure?" And they said yes. And so we wanted to bring them to you so that we could share the new Vitalion, I think is what we're calling it. And so this is what it looks like. We've done interviews in the past with them about the card, which we all have and we all love. And so, but a lot of us didn't understand really what was the difference between the card and the necklace and the benefit. And so we wanted to ask those questions for you guys and share that information with you. Do you guys just quickly want to introduce yourself? Because I know I didn't do you justice.
Okay. I'm Tony, and I'm from the Netherlands. I'm married to Jos, and we got in contact with Govvi through Angel. We know him already for I think 11 or 12 years, and Angel has been always scouting around for new things, great products, and he saw first of all the card, and now he saw about the medallion, and then he says, I really would like to do that for Govvi. So we specially made a logo on it for Govvi, and that's what we're here. Next to me is my husband. His name is Jos, not Dr. Jos, but Jos. He is a medical doctor, but he always says, I'm not born that way, so I'm just Jos.
Jos.
Yeah. So I have a lot of patience, and I know I want always to do the most important things in life, and the card was the first one to give everybody the possibility to protect themselves against radiation. And the second thing was sugar problem, diabetes and everything connected with it. I think it's the second important problem in my practice and over the whole world. And I think America or Canada, it's the same. Mm-hmm. So we were, yes, very active in searching for a solution. And we found a HQR system. Yeah, so and
Harmonic quantum resonance system. That's how it's called.
Yeah. And based on this system is the cards in the first place. But on the same principle, we developed the medallion. So it's also quantum technology, but now completely different from the cards.
And to tell you the truth, I am a person that comes from a family with a lot of diabetes. Mm-hmm. All my aunts and uncles on my mother's side all have diabetes. And I have lots and lots of nieces and nephews, having such a big family. And there's a lot of them already having diabetes. I am the second oldest, and I've seen from my mom what it is to have diabetes. And so I really have been asking Jos and begging him to look for a solution for that, for me to prevent it and to make sure that I won't have to have medication or shots or whatever. And so I've been also nagging about it, that I wanted to have something, some solution to prevent from getting diabetes. Mm-hmm. And so now I'm 65. I still do not have diabetes. I have to knock on wood, but I'm doing good. And so that's a really big, big relief for me.
Yeah. And so that was your main goal with
Yeah.
making this, was to prevent people from getting diabetes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and then, yeah, and we know even if you don't get diabetes, it's yeah, the sugar craving and the sugar effects are so yeah, important in life, or negative, in fact. People get tired mostly in the afternoon, and they yeah, they don't can do the things they want to do, and that's yeah, bad already in young life. Mostly when people get older, they get diabetes, but in earlier years, they also.
I think you froze for a second. I think we lost them for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. He froze for a
Okay.
second there.
Yeah, you froze. I think you, yeah. So it's mostly you can notice when you have problems with sugar that in the afternoon, around 2 o'clock until 9 o'clock in the nights, that you get tired. And after 9 o'clock, you get awake again, and you can go on the whole night if it's necessary. But that's a typical symptom, and that's yeah, what in the most cases when people use the coin or the medallion, that they notice that this kind of tiredness in the afternoon is going away.
So
And
how is it working within our bodies
yeah,
to stop us from like craving the sugar and getting, I did notice that I get more energy from it. And I noticed like I take it off at nighttime because I actually noticed that I couldn't sleep. Like I just found that I had a little bit more energy. So I was like, I think I'm going to take this away and I'll just keep the card. I had both of them in there and I was like, I think this is keeping me awake.
yeah, it could be. It's really energizing. So people are saying in general that they feel more energetic, and but it's yeah. So the background of the card is the same. It produces frequencies, but the card is producing frequencies to make the quality the quality of the water in the body natural, and that's protecting the body against radiation. The medallion is completely different. It produces frequencies that are making your metabolism more balanced.
Okay.
So it activates enzyme processes in the body, and it activates in the liver the digestion of fats. So it's making a more balance in the body, and it's yeah, gives you more energy. It's and the best functioning is, of course, if you make a combination of the card with the medallion, because the card is making that the body is, the cells are more easy to communicate, and the medallion is activating the whole digestion processes to get more balance in that.
If
So
you could see the inside of the medallion, it
yeah.
is again two antennas, and these antennas have a specific length.
So
and this
similar
is
to the card, but
similar
smaller.
to the card, but then the small ones.
Okay.
And it is again different frequencies that work on the enzymes. So it helps you for your digestion to improve that. The inside of the medallion, the The antennas are made of the same material as the inside of the card. It is 9 different metals like gold, silver, tin, bismuth, all is there in it. And the outside of the medallion is pure 100% tin. And pure 100% tin is important because it's known that tin does not cause any allergies or whatever. So tin is always completely safe.
Okay, that's
There
good to
is,
know.
though, some people that say when I use the medallion for a longer period of time, that they have that the color is changing, that it gets a little bit darker, and then it's easy to clean that with a, I don't know how you call those yellow and green sponges, which you also use for doing dishes.
Oh, yeah, like I don't know what they're called. I just call them scrubbies, but
Yeah, well, these things you can easily clean. And Jos always says, but maybe he can explain, if it changes the color of the medallion, the more it changes, the more you need it.
oh,
But
okay.
you can explain
Yeah.
why.
So,
Yeah,
so if they
the-
notice it changing color, that means
Yeah.
they really
Yeah.
needed that.
Yeah, because the sweat is more acid with some people who have a not so good digestion. So
Okay.
the detox is going by the skin, and it's making the oxidation of the coin or the medallion more yeah, more rapidly. So it's a sign that they really need it.
Okay. So basically they're sweating out toxins if
Yeah.
they're changing the colors. So somebody who has this, they should expect better digestion after a while. And should they expect their liver to function better since it's working with the liver
Yeah.
and then they're
Yeah.
going to start detoxing?
Yeah, it's the whole digestion is going to be balanced. Everybody has a different body,
Mm-hmm.
so a different balance and enzymes, and it's based on DNA. That's why some people, some families have more problems with weight and weight loss because it's in the DNA, the programmed how the enzymes are functioning. And with the medallion, we get a better balance. So it's making also the hereditary overweight easier to get it better, to get it down the weight.
Yeah.
So in 90% of our patients or clients, we found 1 to 4 kilogram per month weight loss.
Just
So
from
yeah, from
wearing this.
only the medallion, not with wow or power, only with this, because we did already before the wow and power research,
Yeah.
and we have so we have a lot of results in this case. So also in 60% of the people, they feel less craving. So not everybody, but
Yeah.
in general, we have 100% positive change.
The medallion is already there for a longer period of time, almost a year ago. And we started with a group of people to test it. And that's why we have numbers of less cravings and etc. But since the wow and the pow came in, that's the moment when I really started to get fired up and lose weight. So it is now easier to, like for today, we had a meeting at the university in Amsterdam. And after the meeting, we had dinner with a lot of people. And normally I would struggle through the dinner to have a dessert. And then today I'm not even looking at the card and I have a coffee as a dessert, and that's it.
Yeah.
I just don't feel the craving anymore for sugar, carbohydrate. And that's what you see. That's over 60% of the people, they say, I can handle my cravings now.
Yeah.
With the pow and the wow, you actually do lose weight, but to control your cravings, that is for me that I feel I am relieved. I am off my burden. That I when somebody is in your neighborhood and they're eating cookies and you want to lose weight, you have to start talking to yourself. I don't want to eat that cookie. And now I don't need to tell myself I just don't feel like it, that I don't want to have it.
No,
And
I
that's
get that. That's everybody's struggle, especially if one person's trying to lose weight in the household and nobody else is. So
right.
like my husband brings home cookies and chips and stuff, and I'd be like, you go eat that in the shop. I don't want to be eating that.
Yeah.
And now I get what you're saying, because it doesn't bug me anymore either. It can just sit
No.
there.
And that's why I say I'm relieved. I feel the chains are falling off.
Mhm.
And because of that, I don't need to fight it. It's now natural. It goes by itself. That's
amazing.
the whole thing.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, with the digestion and the liver and detoxing and all that, because I know when it comes to weight loss, a big part of it and a big like why some people struggle is digestion. Like they're not digesting their food properly, and then obviously a buildup of toxins. How long, like, would it take for people not to notice the cravings and maybe notice that?
It mostly takes at least 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
So the whole digestion is a kind of reflex system. So it's very slow adapting. So yeah. So in general, with all the experience we have, it at least takes 3 weeks. But energy and things like that can be much earlier. Yeah, that you feel more energetic and even strength, muscle strength, can be at the second. So if you give somebody the medallion, the strength of muscles really can be at the second completely better.
Oh, okay. So somebody can expect to have like way more strength as and the longer they're.
Yeah. So we have to do the research about it with sport people. And I hope we get a lot of, how you call it? Testimonials. It's a nice word. But from your people too. About sports, and even the top sport, I expect that it will be changing the levels of results.
Well, I'll tell you this, and I actually thought I was crazy. So I do a CrossFit class, and we were lifting weights, and I had it looser, and it went to come hit me, and I was like, I better take this off because I don't want to lose a tooth, right? And so I took it off, and then I stuck it on my purse, walked away, and then continued on with the program. And I felt like I didn't have the same amount of energy, and I felt that I like almost like bogged down a bit and like tired. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of more in my head. So now I know I'm not.
No.
Um, go ahead.
Today I give
We often have, if we go to a meeting, that we wear our card and our medallion ourselves. But now we start learning to put some in our purses and in our pocket, because people are getting excited. They want to have it. They don't want to wait until I can send it. So we're giving out our card and our medallion. And that happened today too. So then Jos did a test with the professor to do his muscle testing before and after. He was flabbergasted. He was flabbergasted from himself being able to resist the pushing with Jos with the arm and the hand so much more. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there any other things that people could maybe expect besides like, less sugar cravings and, better digestion and strength? Will it lower inflammation in the body or?
No, one of the things we experienced was that constipation improves in about 25% of the people. And also like the card, in 6% the better sleep.
Yeah.
And because of the toxins of the detox, of course, the better digestion. You get less inflammations, but it's a second level effect. It's not directly by the medallion.
Okay.
And we said to all the test persons, do you want to test this for us and give us a feedback? And if you don't like the medallion, you can just give it back to us. None of the people gave it back. None. Zero.
That's amazing. I mean, with the card, we've been so amazed by the results that people get. And being in the industry that I've been, where we're selling like supplements and all kinds of different things, one of the things that has blown my mind is, you always have something that doesn't seem to work for everybody when it comes to supplements and stuff, which is fine. Nothing works for everybody. But I've yet to have anybody tell me that the card doesn't work. Like they all find something and like everybody just loves the card. So I'm sure that they're gonna love this too. Do you recommend that everybody should get both? Because obviously they do two different things.
Yeah, it's because the card, what I said, is the communication between the cells. It's very important for the effect of the medallion too.
Mm-hmm.
So the card is the two together are making it 200%.
Okay, so if somebody just got the necklace, it will still work well for them. But if they had the card too, the necklace is going to work twice as better because you have the card.
It's 1 and 1 is 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, I don't have any more questions. Do you guys have anything else that you think is important for people to understand?
People often ask what's the side towards your body.
Okay.
And, so the nice front with the purple is
facing to the front.
To outside.
Out?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
then
you see on the back side there is an
Govvi sign. That's on your body.
Yeah.
Oh, I had someone ask today, what would happen if they just carried it in their pocket or bracelet? Like, do they have to wear it as a necklace, or if they had it as a key?
No, no, you don't have to. But it's the best is with the opening or the Govvi sign towards your body.
Right.
If you look on the back, Carrie, then you see just above the word Govvi,
there's
you see a little hole.
Yeah.
And that is the sign of the antenna. That's the actual antenna.
If you look, you see a very part of the antenna too. You see a little metal line.
Too. Yep.
On the hole and the inside.
Okay.
You see on the inside a little, that's also metal.
Okay, yeah, I do see
part of the antenna that you see.
They probably can't see that though. Well, that's great information. And then obviously too, probably better even touching your skin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But if you don't want to because you're wearing a specific dress, or you say, hey, I don't want to wear it around my neck, it's also easy to put it in your purse. Many women put it in their bra or in a pocket, and that's why it's important, if you wear it in your pocket, to tangle it around your waist belt, because otherwise you might lose it. And we've had lots of people saying, I flushed mine through the toilet, I lost it. So that's why we say just do it that way.
Oh, and this will last forever too. So like say they accidentally washed it in the washing machine.
No problem.
No problem.
Okay.
And then the front, the purple, has a specific meaning also. It's from the Ayurvedic technology. And maybe you can tell what that is, Jos. I don't.
The front, yeah. It's, so the whole medallion is the Indian symbol, and it's you can find it in stone amazing in the water in India, and it's from Shiva. It's you can perhaps you can see a little womb in it.
Yeah.
So it's the sign for eternal life.
Very cool.
And that's why, especially for Govvi, it's colored purple, the Govvi color. There's no other than Govvi medallions that have the purple color on them.
Nice.
And this outside is not only for beauty, but it's also working as an energizer to activate the antennas. So it makes an energy that is concentrating the electromagnetic field into the antenna.
Okay. So like
the
the
design
card, you
and
know how if we go like this, it activates it more. Would the same be with this? Like if you held it a certain way, or does it make a difference with this one?
Or you touch it anyway.
I guess it's always on your skin, right?
But every sign and every design also has a specific frequency.
Yeah,
by looking in at it, and it has a specific function. And this function of the Ayurvedic medicine is enhancing the work and the function of the antennas on the inside. And that's why they're on the outside available. And also by coloring it, you enhance the function of the antennas.
Oh, okay. So do different colors, because I know that we're going to have like a green, it's like a teal. Will that make any difference? Because somebody did ask me once, they had a different shade of purple and they swore that the darker purple worked better than the other one, or it had more. She said that it worked better for pain for her. And I said, I don't know, I think color's color.
It's it's a higher frequency. So
Okay.
it's so if you have purple in general, then it's more on the electric side of effect.
Okay.
So it could really be that the pain effect is with purple a little bit more.
Okay, yeah, I think she had like a yellow card or maybe a white one, but she was absolutely convinced that the purple one worked way better. And so I was like, I don't think so, but now I can tell her that she's right.
There's also a function, like on the card, you have the flower part, and the other one is with the arrows.
Yep.
That has a function.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you have pain, mostly it's the best to do the flower side towards the pain.
The flower side towards the pain.
Yeah.
Oh man, we've been telling our people the arrow side towards pain.
No, it's the flower side.
It's not our experience, but it could be in Canada. The other side of the world.
Exactly. We've been telling all our people that this side, arrow side, pain, and then flower side, calming.
Yeah, but it's the flower side is calming if you put it towards your skin.
Okay, yeah.
And pain is mostly an overactive function.
Okay. All right. Well, we all learned something new because we've been telling everybody the opposite. So.
But still, I think it's one of the most important things is that it's making better communication. So for pain, it doesn't matter really which side, but the calming
Yeah,
part
I mean, it works either way because
Yeah.
I mean,
10
nobody
feet.
said it's not working.
The range of the card, but also of the medallion, is both 10 feet or 3 meters.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
I think that's all we have for questions. Thank you so much for staying up and doing this interview with me. I know it's late and I really appreciate it.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
bye-bye.
Have a
Bye.
great night. Bye.